Hey, what's up everybody? Traded in my 2019 Santa Fe. Got this 2021 Honda CR-V hybrid. Some of you know I had a lot of problems with that Santa Fe. Got I think 18 or 19-inch wheels. Let's go ahead and show around the car. The color is modern steel metallic. It's a pretty cool color. Of course, the emblem's blue. Show you inside. It came with the rubber floor mats and all that stuff. Of course, you got the standard Honda stuff. There's no more gear shift anymore, just the buttons. Back's pretty roomy. It's got the AC vents in the back, and it's got two 2.5 amp USB ports. Charge iPads and tablets. My wife's got a bunch of stuff in the back, but the back's not as big as the Santa Fe that I had. It's a fairly good size. You can pull this. Out like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah. No automatic tailgate, power tailgate, I mean. And show the engine here. Lots of electrical cords and stuff like that. Yep. Go ahead and get in the car here. Most of the stuff that people want to see around the inside. Used to be cleaned on there. But it's got 77 miles on it. Had 4 miles on it when we bought it. Push this down. And this goes like that. There's a pretty cool stuff that I didn't see in any other reviews. Is every hybrid comes with the automatic seat adjustment. So you just push whichever one, and also whichever key you have. Like this. Driver 2. So if I unlock it with this, it automatically adjusts to driver 2, which is pretty cool. So that's my previous drive. I got 38 miles to the gallon, and that was just about a, I'd say a 5 to 10 mile drive. Maybe 8 miles. It's got these paddle shifters, and these are for not to shift like gears, but to shift for the regenerative braking. And that basically uses the electric motor to engine brake for you, and it charges. See where that says that charge button right there, or the thing there. It's pretty cool. So it comes with two little ports there. And then down here, there's just a regular cigarette lighter type port. I think the only thing I don't really care for, excuse me, still, COVID's still kind of getting to me, even after almost 2 months. The only thing I don't really care for is the sound it makes when you're just in the EV mode. It's got a really loud, like, brake sound, and I'll let you hear that. I'll turn this off. We'll go in reverse. You hear that? It's telling me to release my parking brake, and the people that mow my yard are here. So, but yeah, you hear that? Sounds like almost the brakes are rubbing, but it's not. It's just the noise because everything's completely silenced for safety, I guess. I just kind of wish I could turn it off, but it's not a deal killer or nothing, so. So let's just get on the road here. And right now we're not using the engine at all. As soon as we start going up this hill, it'll probably kick in the engine, the actual gasoline engine. Of course, I'm not wearing my seatbelt, but that's why that's dinging. It still hasn't kicked on. It's still all battery. Oh, there it goes. You can hear it now. And the cool thing about this is it's instant torque. So 212 horsepower, instantly available, and it's all-wheel drive and all that. So it's pretty quick. I think it's 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. My Santa Fe was probably a little more than that. But I mean, I didn't buy this car for how fast it was. I bought it because gas is getting close to $3 a gallon, and my Santa Fe was getting 20 miles to the gallon. It had tons of problems with the transmission and the motor, stuff like that. And one second, I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. So here we are. And the cool thing about the hybrids is every hybrid has full LED lighting all around. The only thing that's not LED is the reverse lights. Typically you would have to get a limited model to have that. So I thought that was pretty neat. Let's turn the AC on here. It's got a very powerful AC. I know in my Santa Fe, the back vents, you could barely feel them. And in this, they're really, really, really strong. And see, it has some pep to it. It's instant torque. It's really, really fast. That's another thing that with the Santa Fe, you'd hit the gas and it would take a second for it to register. It's almost like it had throttle lag. I'm gonna get turned around here. Yeah, you can hear, it sounds like that's the brakes, but it's just when the engine cuts off, that sound kicks in to where I guess people hear the car. Some little kid doesn't run out in front of it or something. So yeah, I got this I was just going to keep the Santa Fe for a couple more years, but I just got too good of a deal on this. And I think the reason is the CR-V is being redesigned this fall. They're coming out with a new one for 2022. And so this is going to be technically an older model. But I don't like to buy the new model year of things anymore. Seems like they kind of get the kinks worked out through the years. And this one's the last model year of the last, model design of, I think, from 2017 to 2021. And so I feel like they've got all the kinks worked out in this particular model and this design of it anyways. And so I'm just happy to take the deal, and I got under invoice. I think invoice was $28,500 and I paid about $26,700, and they gave me over private party value for my trade-in on the Santa Fe. I mean, they were really trying to get rid of this car. I got over private party value. The trade-in value was $16,500 and the private party was $18,000 even, right around there, and they gave me over my payoff at $19,000. So and they also gave me 0% financing through Honda Finance, and I mean, that's just borrowing free money. So since I didn't like the Santa Fe, I decided to just go ahead and do it. And I know this Honda will keep its value, and it'll be reliable for at least 5-6 years, and then I'll trade it in and, get my money's worth out of it. Oh, and also sunroof. Yeah, my Santa Fe was a base model. It didn't have anything cool. This has remote start, push button start, true keyless entry. You can just walk up and open the door and all that. So that's pretty cool. And they're mowing my yard right now. I don't really want to go back and have them hitting my car with rocks and stuff. I guess that's a risk gonna take eventually anyway. So there's park. You push down for reverse, neutral, drive. It's got brake hold. The parking brake's like that, and the parking brake's on. EV mode only, Econ, and Sport. And Sport mode's actually pretty peppy. It feels like it changes the steering and everything. It's pretty nice. And there's like the gas mileage. That little trip I just took, the little trip we just went on, I got 37.6 miles per gallon. And I mean, this is a good size little SUV. And that's the lights. Here's the sunroof. It seems kind of loud. I'm gonna maybe have them look at that. You guys tell me in the comments. Does it seem loud to you? Maybe that's normal. If it works, it seems loud. Radio works good. I mean, it's got tweeters all over the place. I don't know if it's like an upgraded version or not, but it sounds good. It sounds better than the Santa Fe, which was the base model. Heated seats, standard on the hybrid. Yeah, it's got the lane keep assist, radar cruise control, so you can just kind of do your own thing when you're on the highway. You don't really got to worry about too much. Just gotta kind of pay attention. It's not going to be self-driving like a Tesla, but it's pretty similar to my 2019 Santa Fe and how that was. One thing they did change after 2020, this used to be able to go like that and turn it down and like that. It was like touch, and not anymore. It is just regular. You just push up or down, and that's it. It's not touch anymore. So I think a lot of people were complaining about that. And mower people are leaving. They didn't mow. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, the AC is like super. If you like AC, it blows really hard. And also probably my biggest gripe, aside from all that, the biggest interior gripe is all your climate controls aren't right here. It wasn't a deal killer, but it's integrated into this screen. And so, like, if you want to change, say your feet are hot, cold, and you want to change that, you got to push climate, you got to wait for that, and you got to select it here. You can't do it down here. I mean, I really feel like they should at least have a button where you could cycle through them here. They got everything else, except for the AC switch too. So you push that. Here's the only things you can't really get down there is the AC on or off and where you want it. But everything else is here because you can control the speed here, on or off. That's just the fan. That's not the AC. Recycled air, front, rear defrosters, and the side mirror. But yeah, it's kind of odd to drive. I've never driven a hybrid, but it's interesting. So I'll show you the headlights and stuff. I'll turn those on. I'll turn the flashers on. And what I really like about this car that I didn't like about my Santa Fe was the turn signals were really low in the front and the back, and I felt like they were incandescent bulbs. They weren't bright and they were low, so if a big truck was behind you, you couldn't even see the turn signals. Like, I mean, if you were in a big truck and you were behind it, you could not see the turn signals. So that was one big thing I didn't like. I didn't feel like it was safe in that regard. Anyways, let me probably turn. I forget that it's on. The car's actually on. I'll show you so you got the mirrors. And they're strobing on the, that's not how they really look. And then down here, you got fog lights. And on the hybrid, they're all that design. Let's see if I can turn those on. They should be on. I'm not sure why not. Let me try that. Yeah, they're not turning on. I'm not sure why. I'll show you the back. You can see nice big turn signals. Real bright. And plus my Santa Fe didn't have them on the mirror either. I feel like that should just be standard these days. I'm not sure why those aren't coming on. Oh, it's got to be in drive. That's probably what it is. Here is the window sticker for it. Some people like to look at that. Whoop. The dealer ripped it. So that was the total price. If you remember, I said I got it for just over 26, and plus I got over my trade amount, so I'm happy with that. And also they included, the extra rubber floor mats, and the rear cargo floor mat has like a blue logo on it. It's pretty fancy. But country of origin Japan for the engine and transmission. And this has the 2.0 liter. It's an Atkinson cycle, and it's port fuel injected, no direct injection. So do not have to worry about the oil dilution that you would normally have to worry about with the regular turbo, the 1.5 liter turbo CRV, which was the reason I didn't get one of those. So when the hybrids came out, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a CRV, because I really like the design of these things inside and out. Just really, they've just thoughtfully designed it. Let me turn this off. Yeah, that's about all there is to it. You know, it's got the things you can go through here, standard stuff that, you know, the 4-wheel drive. You know, everybody knows all about that stuff. And oil life. You can kind of scroll through your. It's got Sirius XM radio, which my Hyundai did not have. But yeah, it's oh, also I've got a son, a little 3-year-old, so I can see him back here. Isn't that cool? And there's me. Some of you guys may not have ever seen my face. Got a big ugly mug. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Definitely going to be useful for when we drive this thing up to New York. And so yeah, I'm averaging 37.4 miles per gallon. And for a car like this, I don't think you can ask for much more, especially at the price I paid. And you guys could probably go out and get a similar deal, because they are trying to get rid of them, because they are releasing a new model year in 2022, a new design. It's going to be fully redesigned. This one has some refreshes. It definitely, the tail lights are a little smoked gray, and it's got a different bumper in the front. But they're coming out with a whole new one next year, so they're trying to move these things. So I'd recommend, if you're thinking about it, I'd jump on it, because they've got the kinks worked out. It's the last model, the last year for this redesign, and I think you'll be happy with it. We're happy with ours so far. Of course, we've only had it for a few days, but you know, I'll let you know. I'm going to do a 6-month update, just like I did with the Santa Fe, a 1-year update, and I was going to do a 2-year update with the Santa Fe, but you know, I traded it in. So yeah, this is a long video. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. And you guys take care. And if you want to see more videos like this, me just rambling on and being boring, you can feel free to subscribe and see more. I'll post more random stuff. All right, you guys take care.